Well, this is still Prime Morning. Hi, my name is Cedis Akomia. I gave you a little bit into what our conversation is about. Now, everybody wants to own a property. Everybody wishes and hopes and dreams of buying a property or, building a house one day. But the question is, with how much you're earning today, is that feasible? Is that possible? Well, my colleague KMJ is on the street for Money Making Monday today, and we are going to ask the question of, can your salary that you're earning at the moment, can it help you build today? Well, KMJ is on the streets, like I said early on, and he's going to ask random persons how much they earn and if they can build one way or the other, or they can purchase a property one way or the other. But today I have seated with me this morning an expert, Engineer Jeremiah Mensah. Well, he's a director, PR, engineers, property expert, and today he's going to delve deep into that for us. But before we get into the conversations with him, we're going to go to KMJ and ask him what exactly people on the streets are saying in relation to their salaries and their properties. KMJ, can you hear me?
If you also can hear me.
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, KMJ, so please go ahead.
All right, so it's Money Making Monday. We're here on the streets of Accra. All right, so it's Money Making Monday. We're here on the streets of Accra. Here is TikTok Lane. If you've been here before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And everyone has been talking about the fact that they need that dream house. Now we're looking at the possibility of you having that dream house. But the question we want to be asking you this morning is, do you have what it takes to have that dream house? If we're checking your salary right now, would you be able to, in the next 5 years, purchase that dream house that you've always wanted to have? That's the conversation we're having over here this morning, and we'd like you to also share your thoughts, knowing very well the kind of amount of money you earn at the end of the month and even at the end of the year, how much comes into your pocket. But on the streets, we're finding out from people who are into different businesses if they have a dream house in mind and if they can ever achieve that dream or make it a possibility. Charlie Bossman, how are you?
Normal, sir.
Everything cool?
Everything normal.
Okay. First of all, what business do they do?
Yeah, they repair phone. My shop is.
Okay. You get dream of owning your own house, your dream house. You think about them?
Sure. I they think about them.
You think say it be possible so you go achieve that dream?
For here, for Ghana. Oh no, with my business 10 Cedis, I can achieve because the little that I will save will go into my stomach as well. So how would I achieve my dream again, my dream house?
So how much in a day, how much should they make for a year?
Oh, like 50 Ghana.
For a day?
Yes.
A whole day?
Yes.
So how do they survive?
Hey, it be good. It be good. Because the job no they come now, the country they say them fix them, but still we know they understand anything.
So in the next 5 years, you still not go to achieve that dream house you want build?
Boss, I'm not sure.
So what you will still go maintain the job or you go think of something different?
I'm thinking of something different. If maybe I could leave the country and make it big.
Travel.
Yeah, sure.
That be where they think say you go make the money.
Yeah, that money huge. If I change them to our currency, it will maintain some more.
But here you not go make them.
For where?
Okay. He thinks that he will never be able to achieve that dream. I don't know about your dream, but let me ask some more people. Boss, Chief, you need to come back. Oh, okay. So I busy. I mean, besides some oh, maybe some. What? What else would me sit down now?
Oh, I bet Messi.
Boss, me sit down.
Bet Messi, pa.
Bet Messi. I told you a positive, so bet Messi. That's can only be there. Only escape to my in the next 5 years, you dream house bet Messi. In the next 5 years. And who was Kappa? Okay. Then here. Yes, I may say. Obia person see dream house. Who say wa person wo dan bi on ma what do that to say dan we there. Unyi ska obesi. And I maybe say ma 5 years and not 10 years adwuma o yesisi ani ska unya no obetumi asisi adan. Wo ye sure so obetumi asi.
Oh, say adum ne wo ho de ametimi asi. Say
adum no ne sika no.
Say adum no.
Na sa sika no wo ho.
Eni ho. Me true ma adwuma no metimi asi. Me yiri me ho ametimi asi.
By 10 years,
by 10 years, met Messi.
Into what plan or
no plan or say by 10 years. Na say BBNC, na say BBNC, my Almanya she, Yakopo Adum to Messi.
Obisi ne do ya 50 Ghana cedis. Oh, and a day roughly, Ubeyan be saying.
Oh, my man, depending marketing. A depending marketing. Say market or what? It's mania 200 a day, Metimania. Make a camboma. Ebi ame profit se nya se expensive bebre e wo fie nti nka 200 de metimanya ana da enya ma nya bia 50 Ghana metimanya wotima se eno metimanya
so the OGD says adani de in the next 5 years
the next 5 years na se man yare ame man yare ne ka se adwuma ne nko ade nyame adom mesi
yo me da say
me onamase me so mo how me how ne say say ne Ghana for penny for obi ayi din ana o mo hwe because driver for sisi ya fo car ne mutimi nka ho asem debi
kan wasem sa
transport minister any DPI2
ano pe kwa ya kan wasem
ba obetena se a de no mo atoto apapa so no mo ko because ye hia ne say from here to Amasaman 60 50 pesos. Come on, chiwaji 10 cedi. Uba wa chiwaji 10 cedi. Ukwa chiwaji 10 cedi. For Amasaman to Saudi 7 cedi. Ukwa sese ya square nu. Ukwa mna jina wa chiwaji 10 cedi do uko edu uba. Na usu profit na u mo kanse obesi den sisi kanu so ate. Unyu ahye si wa di sa asikane. Enti yese mu hwe na mu ka ho asam me.
Yeguso ya kan wa.
Yes, nya sa ade amo be interview yan kasa biem. E ba pam mu.
Unhwe na hwe TV. Kan ya kan wa asam. All right, we're still here. Let me try and talk to some other people over here. Let me see. Chief, Charlie, I'm going to come on. Cry. Bibi aboko.
I'm not the more.
Adwuma to say.
You are them. Be a course.
Now, who dream house are open so we see. Why your architecture be out to us and the next 5 years down with you and then also missy. Who be bizarre?
Me did say me by scanning by a bank idea. We see.
And to check your salary and I say, check his how you know, okay, come on, say 5 years here, to Mrs. Anna and I'll be to me.
5 years. Meet me, economy name Munye. Munye, means 5 years is shot.
Yeah, about 10 years so I still now.
10 years, the never be a cost for the Abbott Messi.
Okay. In a day, roughly, send out being our Hanum say, OBC 50, BMC 200 Ghana cedis.
A business, you know, say different. In the manner I turn on, and no boy they're traveling. Winter jackets, you know. No boy there. We know what we are with my turn 200 cedi, 300 cedi, 150. The market in the Conquan, the Anian 5 years in the time and the restaurant, the Nanka Wessi.
And so with the winter time now, I'm going for Baba too.
Sanity, honey, a humanity, and say dream house and intimate in Sinis, yes, I'll say, yeah, come.
The OGD say there.
Oh, and young we are Tim Comedia, Yamitia Sebe.
Who say Buska? Oh, baby, I don't know.
Commercial bank, and a commercial bank.
It's now they all save towards that dream now. Okay. And you better wish you well. Why? Bibi come on. Why? Okay. All right. So we're still here. We're talking to a few people to find out what the dream house they have and if they'll be able to achieve it in a couple of years. Now we're giving people like 5 years, 10 years. If you watching me right now, if you're given 5 years, does your salary that you have right now commensurate with the kind of dream house that you have? You think you'll be able to build a house in the next 5 years? That's what we're asking you here on a Money Making Monday right here on Prime Money. And I said, if you can hear me, these are what people are saying. People think that they are not making the money that they can use in building that dream house, but they are very positive that in a couple of years, if business is going on well and they have life, they'll be able to achieve that dream. But we're asking our viewers out there, what do they think about it? It's Money Making Monday. My name is KMJ right here at Circle.
Oh, thank you very much, KMJ. I'm still in studio with Engineer Jeremiah Mensah. Engineer, you have heard what, some of the people are saying. It looks like some are very optimistic. And one person in particular there, he has no hope in Ghana at all. Yes, but the first question I want to ask you is, what is the average cost of owning a house here in Ghana? Let's say a 2 to 3 bedroom house.
Yeah, it actually depends on the kind of design that you want to put into place. So with the minimum, looking at 300,000 Ghana cedis, 300,000 Ghana cedis, you should be able to get a very good house.
That's minimum?
Yes, that depending on the design. Okay. And then the location also.
Okay.
Because sometimes the location also affect because with this one we are talking about the cost of the land. So the cost of the land is also taking another chunk of the cost, the total property cost. So by the time you take off that one, the cost of the materials and then the labor, you sum it together, you should be looking at 300,000 Ghana cedis going. You should be able to do. Sometimes somebody may have probably a land already.
Yes.
Then that makes it more easy.
Easy, okay. So the 300,000, you've got the land, the cost of the land incorporated in that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, but if the person has a land, managed to get a land, and then now it's just a building with a simple design.
Simple.
You are able to do something around 200,000. You can be able to do it.
Looking at the amount that you've just mentioned, how much an average Ghanaian would need to earn as salary to be able to do that?
Okay. I believe, and from my experience with what I have seen, if someone even have 2,000 cedis and he's being paid 2,000 cedis going,
you don't say?
He can be able to do something.
Within the space of how many years?
Yes, that one could go within 10 years. Within 10 years,
okay.
He should be able to. Exactly.
Within 10 years?
Within 10 years.
So how do you do the saving? What do you do? Yes.
So first of all, you go back to your design again. So let's take consideration, let's say blocks. The block is one of the key things that makes up the whole house. A cost of block now is about 8 cedis.
Right.
Sometimes you get 7 cedis per one. For a 2-bedroom house, you need like about 3,000 blocks to build it, the whole thing, everything. So you multiply the blocks amount, which is 8 cedis, times 2,000. That's about 16,000 Ghana cedis. So it's like what to form the whole house, you have got it.
You have got 16,000 cedis.
Exactly, cedis there.
Okay.
Now you come to other things like the concrete that you cast for the slab, which is the floor, the ground slab. That one too comes with also a very minimal amount of, with 20,000, you should be able to have it. So you are summing them up now. Then you come to the roofing, which also take another part of the money. With the roofing itself to your design also counting here, where your design will not be too much complex.
Yeah.
You have a very low pitch one, a simple one, which also will take you like 20,000 cedis. So this share, we call it share and core, that's a frame structure, should bring you close to like about 100,000 cedis to have the whole frame structure. Now it comes next to the finishing.
Yeah.
How your finishing is going to look like. Now it's up to you. Will your floor just want to do a normal straight floor, which you can power float it nicely, and you're okay with it? Or somebody may have to put a tiles on top.
Right.
That taste also comes in now. So is it ceramic tiles you want to put there or porcelain tiles? So now it's up to you now to decide. But for you to have it simple and then be able to live in with the 200,000, you should be able to be comfortable with that one. Yeah.
A number of the people that KM just spoke with are concerned about the standard of living here in Ghana. And you're saying that possibly if you are earning 2,000 Ghana cedis as base salary, you should be able to accumulate about 200,000 Ghana cedis within a space of 10 years to build.
Yes.
Looking at how, the economy, prices are fluctuating here and there. How the state is now, you can't trust it in the next 5 years.
Yes.
But I have plans on building in the next 10 years. If I'm earning 2,000 Ghana cedis, how should I do it?
Yeah. So what you do is you don't, I always tell my friends that you don't need to have all that money.
Okay.
So you earn 2,000 cedis. Let's take 50% down at every month that you are going to use it for your housing budget.
50%?
50%.
So 1,000 Ghana cedis.
So 1,000 Ghana
every month.
Every month.
So when your salary comes, 2,000 cedis, then you take out 1,000 cedis. And you do your best to live with 1,000 cedis.
Exactly.
Throughout the entire month.
Exactly.
My goodness.
So in that case, once you get 3 months time, you get a bulk of that money. You can now begin to buy the materials. So
okay.
You start buying your blocks down. With 3,000 Ghana cedis, that's for 3 months of your saving.
Yeah.
You should be able to now divide 3,000 by 8. You can see how many blocks you can get, which can do your foundation for you.
That is if you already have a land.
If you already have the land.
But if you don't have a land?
Yes. So if you don't have the land, then it will be the best for you to move a bit out of Accra.
Oh.
And then look for affordable areas.
So there are affordable land?
Exactly, we do.
But it's in the outskirts of Accra?
It's in the outskirts of Accra. So we get to places, let's say, after Yukuma. Now it has joined up with Dodowa.
Okay.
And Dodowa also joined itself with Accra now.
Right.
So you don't necessarily have to be
within Accra, because you would not be able to.
You will not be able
to purchase the amount that
That is it.
Will be told you.
So you go a bit out of Accra.
Okay.
You get affordable land that costs you like about 15,000 cedis, which is there. 20,000 cedis is there, right? Good land. And then you begin something like that there. Then you start putting your material gradually. Before you realize you have got all the material that you need for your foundation.
Somebody actually did say something to me last week. For some reason, we were having a conversation in relation to this, where she said that she wished those years ago when she had the opportunity to purchase a land, when it was cheaper, somewhere, I think, around Pram or something like that, between 5,000 to 15,000 Ghana cedis. Yes. She had the money at that time, but she wanted to wait. And now the prices are just mind-blowing. Yes. And she wished she had done it at that time. So would you advise, definitely with what you're saying, you're advising that looking at the outskirts of Accra, if you can get something between, let's say 10,000, 15,000 Ghana cedis, and you can afford it, get it now.
Get it now. That is the best advice. You need to secure it now. And now, fortunately, we have a lot of estate agents who are advertising on the social media. You just have to make sure you do your check, make sure that it's authentic, it is not a fraudulent land, it's not a land in dispute. And then they even give you a payment plan, most of them out there now. Now, there's so much development in such a way that people are demarcating the lands at these outskirts areas.
Yes.
And they are going at 10,000, 15,000, and then 20,000. And you don't even need a full plot. Just a quarter plot is enough for your 2-bedroom.
Oh.
So if you can't afford...
You don't need a full plot.
You don't need a full plot.
So if a plot is 70 by 100...
A quarter plot...
A quarter plot can get you 2 bedrooms.
It's enough. It's enough.
Engineer, please hold on that thought for me. We need to go back to KMJ on the street. He's still at Tiptoe Lane. KMJ, can you hear me? Okay, Kay, please go. Okay, so KMJ is currently at Tiptoe Lane. Okay.
Monday, we're asking people, do you have a dream house you want to build? The salary you are earning right now in the next 5 years, do you think you'll be able to buy or build that house? That's what we're asking you on a Money Making Monday morning. Now, Chief, Charlie, everything cool?
Everything nice.
Nice one. You dey sell for here?
Yeah.
The business you do for here, they go on?
They go on, how you go do on?
Okay. Now, you get dream house where you want build.
Yeah.
Where in the near future, you think, say, you for put them for there, make everybody see, say you build some.
Yeah.
It be huge building.
It be huge building, boss. It be huge building.
But you got money, you go take build up.
For now, the money no deal. We now really save towards them. We see I.
So if give and take, I give you 5 years from now, you think say you go feel build a house?
The house.
Yeah, in 5 years from now, based on how much you are making right now.
No, there's a step movie.
Money no day like
Yeah,
that.
nah, yeah, money no day.
In a day, average, how much do they make from here?
You see, it be street we dey. You see, we dey save way. I no fit tell you, say of a day you go fit earn more. Where sometimes you go fit calm, nothing will happen. Yeah, but if you calm down there, if you don't make what you go take job then save there, you go get.
So we look like say 150 cedis or
A day you go fit save like 200 for that one there for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I say 200. Yeah. I go feel build for that one. You see,
So if I give you 10 years, still nah.
10 years. Then I want travel. The travel matter with me. If you travel there, you see,
That one you come back,
travel.
you go feel build them.
That one there for sure.
You get people who then travel, then bring money, then build them a dream house.
Yeah. Plenty people was it.
So here they go difficult.
Difficult. The system no good. You see, right now change of government comes, so we dey look up to him. See everything will be see.
All right, Charlie, I wish you well. We all will go build them one day. It will happen. Masabu, but you mean Mr. Assembly cry? Oh yeah, that's why I'm busy. Come on, oh, and the Vienna men don't make you come still. What's out on your biaka? What the case? Mami, chief, because I chief, you need to come on cry. Hey, mommy, you need to come on cry. Why busy? Oh, okay. I'm trying to get some few people and talk to them. I saw the Obika. Also the Obika. Chief, boss, you need to come on cry. Boss, I say, you need to come on cry. Yo, so who dream house happens to see on?
Me what dey?
Dream house. And then I want to say we need to say down with quite me is come see. Who be all them sir?
Yeah.
Heavy pa.
Oh, heavy. Enipa do what was also the dream bi so ani so na pa de pama ho. Ebe mu nko ade a.
Be mu no na asem no. Titi o ti ka onya. Ye ma 5 years I wait me sada.
5 years.
The next 5 years based on sika onya sisi ai.
Adwuma we dey amintimi si. Adwuma we dey amintimi fancy. Yeah.
Sika nim.
Oh, yes, enim by adwuma we dey amintimi fancy.
And the dream house na so power.
Eso. Na se nso kola na Ghana ha na ye wo no cement ba akwa say we be si 3 bedroom school as e betumi ateku 5 years. What you say? And me dream dey so dey adwuma we dey amintimi fancy.
Who say be towards it? Ya dey be all this cap towards me dey to am dream house.
And dey akire ni edi ho ngomo.
Okay, so that's what is happening on the street. People believe that they have got dreams to build big mansions and all of that, but as to whether what they have saved will be able to give them that in the next 5 years, that's also another problem. And that's what we're talking about here on the Money Making Monday right here. And I'm KMJ right here at Circle. Cedis, if you can hear me, take over.
Thank you very much, KMJ. We are still in studio with engineer Jeremiah Mensah. Now, listen to what some of these people that KMJ spoke with are saying. One person in particular says that he earns 200 Ghana cedis a day. Now, 200 Ghana cedis, multiplying that, let's say, by 5 days out of the 7 days, that's 1,000 Ghana cedis. You multiply that by the end of the month, you're getting like 4,000 Ghana cedis. But here in Ghana, a number of them are living hand to mouth. So the 200 Ghana cedis, engineer, 200 Ghana cedis a day. By the cross of the day, I'm sure
that is a problem. That is the biggest problem. So one problem is what you have said. So instead of him, he gets 400,000, which is absolutely good for him to do something. Let him use 2,000 for all his expenses. Keep the 2,000 cedis. 2,000 cedis can give you a number of blocks. That if you keep buying that blocks every month of 2,000 cedis for just 3 months, you go beyond your foundation. Then another thing also is that when you take notice of most of what they have said, they have put in mind about big mansions.
Yes.
So
they are dreaming big, aiming big. Yes.
So even the roof alone can build the whole house. Can build a 2-bedroom house. So that makes it very, very impossible for such a person
to take the step.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the problem.
So basically what Engineer Jeremiah Mensah is saying that yes, it's beautiful that you have that big dream of building that huge mansion and all of that. But how about you start very little so that it's very easy for you to make the first step towards owning a land and possibly start building on it. I think it's a brilliant idea.
That is true.
Engineer, before we go, rent versus buying. At what point is buying very important?
Okay. So if you start renting for your first year, yes, you paid. Second, you've paid. From that second year go, you should know that from now, you need to start to rent, to build rather.
Ooh, okay.
Because 1 year now, your rent will take you more than 100,000 cedis.
Yes, yes.
So you multiply that by 12. That's 12,000. The second year, you pay another 12,000, make it
24,000.
Then that is when you realize that no, you need to now start considering. It's a first step to start considering to build.
Right.
Other than that, you end up by building and rebuilding for the landlord.
And he ends up getting more money and he'll be establishing more properties and giving out to rent. Okay.
That's how it happens.
Okay. So right by the second year of you renting,
yes,
you start thinking about possibly investing the amount of money that you would use in renting again in the next 2-3 years.
Exactly.
To get yourself a land.
A land.
Somewhere in the outskirts of Accra.
That's
Everybody wants to live in Accra. That's why Accra is congested. Everybody wants to be here. Anyways, Engineer, thank you so much for your time this morning. But I'll do our very best to bring a continuation of this conversation because there's so many other parts that we need to delve into. So we'll definitely bring you back again so you can continue.
Okay.
So it's all about Prime Money Making Monday right here with us on Prime Morning. My guest has been Engineer Jeremiah Mensah, who is a director, PR engineers, and property expert as well. So he has said all that you need to know. We hope that you've learned something, and we hope and pray that you can save up enough. Make the first move by purchasing a land outside of Accra, because for all you know, in the next 5 to 10 years, that area that you are not booking, that you are not respecting, could be, the next Trasaco or the next Legon Hills or something like that. So, Engineer, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
My name is Cedis Akomia, the golden girl. KMJ was on the streets of Tiptoe Lane, and he brought all those conversations with us. Rosie Fairley handled the news flash as well. Tomorrow, we come your way again at 6 a.m. on the dot. Enjoy the rest of our shows today, right here on Joy.